Not right now. I can't talk. What's up, buddy?
Harder to hide in the summer. That's Jazz and the challenge. Are you a green prepper? Seriously, that's a thing. Devin, can we talk? Piles of fucking jerky. Shit's everywhere. Right there.
Tougher than that.
That Wolf's Den is a pretty sweet deal, ain't it?
Okay, whatever. Okay, we're gonna have this. Hold on, you know what? We should have less up there. Now. Okay, we are.
Hurting?
No, you're fine.
could watch YouTube for a bit. Boy, come on.
attack chopper CAS.
Strike team are clear to deploy.
Going up. Read.
Check fire. Check fire.
Kill all of them.
We all love Black Ops for its combat experience. But imagine if we took that gameplay experience you know and love, and we spun it on its head.
This is why I train. This is who I am. And I will fight until the battle is won.
For me, I've not really got into too many battle royales yet. I mean, I think as an arena shooter guy, I definitely don't want it to be in place of that. So it needs.
What they call it, Deadeye, the slowdown mode that they have in Red Dead is when you can like slow down and have
Right.
I know it's a very, high caliber franchise at this point.
Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to the community reveal of Call of Duty Black Ops 4. On behalf of Activision, Treyarch, and the entire Call of Duty Black Ops 4 team, it's great to be here with you. Thank you all so much for joining us. Listen, we want to start where it matters the most, with you, our players. Black Ops has been a nearly 10-year journey, and you have been there every step of the way with us. So I want to thank you all for your support and your trust throughout. Thank you. Now that trust has allowed us to take a lot of risks over the years. And that support has allowed us to grow Black Ops in some new ways. And you've come with us on this crazy and insanely fun and sometimes mind-bending ride. From nurturing an off-brand Easter egg called zombies into a full-blown phenomenon, to introducing you to twisted stories and unforgettable characters you played and that you played with. to bringing you new ways to play, compete, and watch multiplayer. Throughout this journey, Treyarch has never shied away from introducing something new or unexpected to Call of Duty and breaking with convention if we thought you would have fun with it. And that tradition continues yet again. Black Ops 4 is a living example of what we do best as a studio. We set the bar high, we challenge our assumptions, and we take nothing for granted. And we rethink everything about how we make games, which leads us to today. Black Ops 4 is a game that gives you more ways to have fun with your friends than anything that we have ever created. It's the deepest, most replayable game in our history. Now let's face it, that's saying something, because you guys have played the hell out of the Black Ops series. We're inspired by your passion for playing our games together, online, for months, even years. And today's where we begin to break it all down for you. This is a special day for us, and one we've looked forward to for a long time. And as you can imagine, we got a lot to share. So we're going to show you more at this reveal than we ever have. This isn't business as usual. This isn't business as usual. And that starts now with how we're approaching Black Ops 4 multiplayer universe. And who better to do that than Dan Bunting and Lord Vonderhaar. I didn't think you'd say it. Oh, wait. Hey.
David, what are you doing?
I gotta update my Twitter name to Lord Vonderhaar. And done.
We gotta do the show, man.
Oh, shit.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming today. We are here so excited to tell you, finally, about this game that the team at Treyarch has been working on for the past few years. And for those of you who have not been with us for one of our past multiplayer reveals, we are going deep today. Before we tell you all about Black Ops 4 multiplayer, which is set in a narrative world between Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3, we're just going to show it to you.
Can I take this line? Do you mind?
All right, knock yourself out.
All right. Here is the worldwide reveal trailer for Call of Duty Black Ops 4 multiplayer.
Black Ops, weapons free. Let's do it live.
Guess who's back? It ain't no fucking question. Ain't no running now in the presence of a living legend. What you heard is murder, you will need protection. Somebody couldn't season with the needed when you get direction. You are now not in the presence of the sky.
Bravo secure.
Pushing on me.
Every shot counts.
Enemy strike team deployed. Building barricade.
Copy that, 113.
One shot if you ain't ready to die. Never get it up. I got shooters for life. Cause you don't want it.
Marking targets.
Sky high. Better back to back. Done so I try.
Sensor going live. I know you heard it. You're like a little crazy kiss. Murder. Heels coming.
Eat this.
I lost count.
Feel that energy.
I lost count of how many times you killed me in that video.
So Black Ops 4 represents our most ambitious multiplayer to date. It delivers grounded combat, tight gunplay, an authentic military feel, and of course the fluid and responsive controls that you know and love, all wrapped in the most refined tactical team experience that we've ever delivered. It's a deeper and more rewarding experience that will be played for a long time to come.
All right,
Under Armour.
let's just get something out of the way. You guys ready? Can you thrust jump? Can you wall run? Can you confirm we are 100% boots on the ground? Okay. Wow. Look, as we know, you love the fluid feel of Black Ops 3 combat, so the question that we always start with is, how do you create a more grounded and tactical experience, but do it without slowing down the player? So that's pretty easy, right? We didn't stop believing in guns up. So in Black Ops 4, you still move and interact with the world in a really fast and fluid way. And you can still keep your gun up while doing many of the other things in the game, like throwing grenades and using equipment, activating score streaks, and mantling. And what's better than doing all of those things while still being able to fire your gun? And it's doing this while firing your gun. Ruin returns, and this time he brought his special issue equipment, the grapple gun, that only he can equip in Create a Class. So Ruin is a specialist with those unique ability to close the gaps and get to the enemy faster. And the combos that you can pull off when you grapple to grab slam have been making the highlight reel inside the studio. And we can't wait to see just what you do with this. So specialists are back, both new and some familiar, but totally reimagined. Because each specialist brings special issue equipment that delivers unique capabilities to your team to reinforce the tactical gameplay without slowing down the player. And you'll hear about many of them throughout the discussion. But you would be fooling yourself if you thought that they were the main characters of this show.
That's right, because Black Ops is and always has been first and foremost about weapons and the gameplay around them. It's no different with Black Ops 4. However, with Black Ops 4, we've made more improvements to gun systems than literally the entirety of Black Ops 1, 2, and 3 combined. This just shows how serious we are about weapon systems at Treyarch. We've designed each weapon as though it's a character in and of itself, which means that we pay attention to every single detail. Hot barrels are going to ooze smoke. Muzzle flashes are going to burst and light up the room. Bullet impacts are massive and they connect the player with the game world around them. And weapons for the first time have real 3D tracers, which both look and feel incredibly awesome, but they also serve a gameplay purpose because they let you know where the gunfire is coming from. And animations have been overhauled to make that feel that you know and love that much more responsive. Bullets will actually deplete as you expend the magazine, but that's just the start. This is a small example of the details that we pay attention to our weapons. On the design front, Black Ops 4 is going to break with tradition by giving each weapon its own set of attachments. Now in the past, attachment sets were shared across weapon classes. But this is important to us because unique attachments are all about making the gameplay of weapons and what makes each weapon stand out from each other. We're also bringing a new category of attachment this game. It's called Operator Mods. Operator Mods are the ultimate expression of a gun's profile that's going to expand its capabilities in ways that go beyond that core functionality. You're going to see here the Titan LMG laying down some heavy suppression fire. That suppressive effect is only capable through its operator mod. It's going to distort and disorient the enemy on the other side of it. Now, I'm excited to say that weapons are further defined by another first in franchise history today. I'm here to tell you, Black Ops 4 will be the first game in our history to use a true predictive recoil pattern system. This allows you to constantly make micro adjustments while aiming and shooting. This means that the gameplay of each weapon is learnable. There's a path to mastery that is rewarding for new players and veterans alike. This is by far our biggest investment in the weapons platform and combat systems that we've made to give you the most rewarding and visceral experience by pushing the state of the art on weapons visuals, animations, and sound effects.
Weapons and health are two sides of the same coin, and you can't change one without affecting the other. And Black Ops 4 adds some tactical depth through a change in the healing mechanic. Healing is no longer automatic. Now players manually trigger their healing process with a dedicated button, and that becomes as central to your gameplay loop as reloading the weapon after a firefight. And we like this change because it creates a tactical decision point that simply didn't exist before.
Dude.
So you can disengage from combat and heal up, or you can rush an unsuspecting opponent who may be healing herself. And these changes create a more tactical pace to the game,
That's
where instead
crazy.
of simply losing to the person who shoots first, you can actually survive a gunfight with smart maneuvering.
No.
And this means you spend more
Wow.
time in the part of the game
Seriously?
that's the most fun, which is the combat. So aggressive players still feel rewarded for being aggressive. And tactical players can
okay
actually
then.
choose when to disengage and look for a better opportunity to strike. Our journey into the health mechanics has evolved and doesn't
that's
end just
awesome.
here. Let me introduce you to Crash. And Crash is a medic. And this means when his ability is ready to use, he can actually restore and give bonus health to players for a limited time.
What?
And Crash is just more than a medic. He also distributes a salt pack, which resupplies team. And no doubt the folks at home are already breaking down that MP trailer, and they've already figured out what this one's like. So
The
we've taken a
hell outta
completely
here.
fresh look at the
That's
health mechanics of a
awesome,
Black
dude.
Ops multiplayer game to insert tactical decisions and some much-needed pacing
Okay,
into that
first off,
gameplay
I'm
loop.
getting it.
So far we've
Whoa,
talked
no.
about some really fundamental building blocks of what
later,
multiplayer and what makes it
because I need
awesome.
to
We've
get
got
with
movement, weapons,
Dev
health
Destined
systems.
2 for
We're going
now.
to take it up a level to
The
situational
Black Ops
awareness.
will be a little bit
Situational
later
awareness
on
covers
this
the gamut
year.
of what you see and hear in the game. From the mini
I'm
map,
not getting it
the
first
sounds that
day.
your footsteps
Hey,
make on
later
different
on I'm
surfaces.
going to get it.
We've experimented with all sorts of modifiers that have impacted this over the years. But in Black Ops 4, we embrace situational awareness as a fundamental feature to the game. We're introducing a new system called the Fog of War. And only the parts around on the mini map, the Fog of War reveals a radius around the player and his or her teammates. As you'd expect, enemy players are going to reveal their positions when firing a weapon unless they're suppressed, and many of your favorite score streaks like UAVs and counter UAVs are still going to do what you expect them to do. But what the Fog of War does, it creates more opportunities for teammates to communicate and work together for the win. Now I'm going to introduce you to another new specialist. His name is Recon. Recon is an expert in situational awareness. His special issue equipment is called the Sensor Dart. When he shoots the Sensor Dart into the world, it clears a large radius around it that both he and his teammates can see.
Nice.
And it helps you to locate enemies.
Oh, that's
He also
awesome.
has vision
I'm going to
pulse,
do that.
which makes a return from Black Ops 3, but this time around it's a little bit different. The whole team gets the benefit of it. So with effective usage, these mechanics together can be a clutch way to snag victory from the jaws of defeat.
Fudge.
Situational awareness is as important
Oh,
to the
dude,
gameplay
I'm
loop as
definitely gonna
weapons,
get it now.
health, and movement.
I'm sorry.
And as with the other fundamentals,
Not
we're
on
giving you the players
day one,
access to
we
these
were
12
on.
tools to control
I need to get with the
your own
Destiny
gameplay
2.
loop.
The flow of combat is how movement and weapons and health and situational awareness all come together in the head-to-head
That's
gameplay.
crazy.
Spawning, pathing, level design, all of these things impact that flow. You might remember Seraph.
Yeah?
She has a TAC deploy, and this is a team-wide spawn beacon that allows Seraph to command offensive control over that flow of combat for a period of time. And this is Torque. Torque is the master of disrupting that flow
What?
because he can lay down razor wire and create deployable and improvised cover with his barricade.
Dude, I can see
And
that
one
now
last one.
online.
Over the years, we've experimented with the idea of area denial in various ways. And in Black Ops 4, it's time to stop playing around. Firebreak makes his return and makes area denial a part of that gameplay loop. His special issue gear, the reactor core, allows him to do just that. And Firebreak can even trade his own health to extend the clock on that time.
You
So we've combined the best designs in how level spawning and flow control work together to influence the gameplay loop, and then we place those tools not in our hands, but into the hands of you through the specialists.
And the story of Black Ops 4 is not one of a single game in development, but rather the combined journey of the entire last decade of Black Ops. And you, the community, have been with us every step of that way. Every game that we make is an opportunity for us to do better, to continue the dialogue that we have with you, and you know that we listen. You expect that commitment from us, and this is why we do what we do. So I think we've covered all the details. We've pretty much given away the secret recipe to our multiplayer experience.
Are you sure about that?
What did I miss?
Just one little thing. Just want to tease for our competitive community, and that is the return of League Play. League Play is a fan favorite, and we've combined the very best parts of it, and we're going to deliver it for all the players of Black Ops 4.
As Mark mentioned in his opening remarks, we're doing some things a little bit differently this year, including how we tell stories in each mode throughout the game. Now we're delivering more narrative and character depth in multiplayer than ever before. And we're also going to give new and returning players the ability to learn and master each of these specialists and solo missions. These missions feature a series of fun and fast-paced trials that give a hands-on introduction to the new and returning specialists while exploring the stories behind their identities and their backgrounds inside of the Black Ops narrative. Now, with each game, the Black Ops players have spent more and more time in multiplayer, and it's important to us that we go bigger on that experience and expand the narrative universe around it. Here is just a glimpse into that universe.
Not bad.
Get out of here. Oh, I'm there already.
No one gives a fuck about you.
Ah.
You're a number.
So they are returning story mode.
A pawn in someone else's game. They've been manipulating you.
Talking to you guys. I'm just looking up Black Ops 4.
They're exploiting you.
Nah, I don't know.
And when they get what they want, they'll leave you for dead.
That looks pretty good,
So here's the
actually.
deal.
Not gonna lie.
Alone, you can put up a fight. But together, you can start a war.
What? Dude, that's awesome. Oh, I've been over. Nice.
I think it's time for us to talk about zombies. Good morning, everyone! Especially all the zombies fans out there. We know who you are. Those of you who remember zombies as a bonus mode hidden in Call of Duty World at War have been with us from the beginning. You've watched as our undead have grown to become an essential part of the Black Ops experience.
Been there.
The story that we began a decade ago is as much a result of your work as it is ours. Zombies has always been about that shared journey, both for our characters and the tightly knit teams and friends who joyfully compete to be amongst the first to uncover the most latest.
Oh no,
deepest
that's
secrets.
gonna be special for mine.
Just as with the rest of
You
Black
have
Ops
to
4,
buy it
we've
on
got back
GameStop
to the
and all
drawing
that
board on
shit.
zombies, rethinking
For real.
to give you more ways to have fun with your friends than anything we've made before. The Zombies community has always been our North Star, which is why we took everything that you've taught us and put it on the table for discussion about where to go to next. 10 years after it all began, we're about to begin a brand new chapter in the zombie story right here, together. And we couldn't be more thrilled to reveal the details with those of you here in attendance and the many fans tuning in worldwide. New chapter in the zombie story right here. Joining me to share more about this new adventure is Craig Houston, our lead writer.
Oh, okay. Pretty good.
Hello.
Marvelous.
So, over the years, one of the key aspects that has driven the zombie storyline and fan interest is mystery. A sense that you're entering an unknown world where anything can happen. And when we say anything, we mean anything. You know, stuff like giant robots, mythical staffs, interdimensional time travel, and we monkeys that explode when you throw them. Maybe a training monkey.
It's still
You'll be
doing
fine.
that.
Basically all the things that you zombie fans consider
So
normal.
many years they still
We've
doing that.
explored many different time periods and a
Freaky.
variety of
No, no, right.
fractured universes. Now's the
Kinda
perfect
weird.
time to start fresh
So cool.
and let the zombies community discover a whole new world together. Black Ops 4 marks the beginning of a brand new storyline, separate and distinct from the Ether story. A new world with new characters and new enemies.
Huh.
Drawing from history, both real and mythical, Black Ops 4 Zombies will introduce us to a new enemy, an ancient order, hell-bent on transforming the
So
world.
wait, this was
fulfill
the other
their
day, so
nefarious
that's why
agenda.
they're live streaming.
Against them,
That was
stand an
the
eclectic
other
group
day.
of all new player characters, unexpectedly thrust together by their shared
pretty sick.
experiences, with each one bringing their own colourful
Oh,
personality,
boy.
skills,
I
and unique
don't
perspective to the team.
know.
You know what?
Who knows?
It's probably best if I just show you. This
But dude, that's freaking
It's
awesome,
nice.
dude. Take this off for a bit. So I'm about to eat my
You come seeking answers. Hear my voice. Heed my warning. The knowledge you seek was not intended for mortal man. Breathe deeply. The power of the vapors will transport you. Let yourself fall
That's crazy.
through time
I'm just watching the first time, not.
and pray for your safe
This one. Okay, guys, I will return on my YouTube channel for you to bit. But I will see you in another episode of my YouTube channel.